Okay, WrestleGurus 20 questions. Name Bob, age 24, location southwest England, in a village near Taunton, Somerset. How old was I when I started watching wrestling? Probably about 7 or 8 years old. Do you have any wrestling experience? Not any trained wrestling experience, but I've mucked around putting holds on my mates and having the same with me, and like just acting it basically. So no, not really. First promotion I followed WCW and WWF. First match I saw, first thing I remember was this NWA TV show that my dad recorded me because it was on late at night, and it had a Sid Vicious squash match, which was pretty memorable in my head. Favourite wrestler currently working? That's quite tough, but it's somewhere within the region of Edge, Colt Cabana, Undertaker, Carlito, one of those probably. Favourite wrestler ever? I have two, Mick Foley and Bret Hart. They both did like things to change the business, and I can't really think of any matches that I've been bored by them. Least favourite wrestler current? Probably Mark Henry, someone like that. I just think he's a big fucking waste of space. I mean, if Big Show was still around, it'd be him. Least favourite wrestler ever? God, that's tough. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I'll probably go with like Mark Henry or Big Show again. Fave submission move? I really love the $1 Million Dream Sleeper, or like the Taz Mission. I think that's pretty cool as well. Fave finishing move? The F5. Fave pay-per-view ever? It's a toss-up between ECW's first pay-per-view, Barely Legal, and Inyao 16 Canadian Stampede. I really loved that one. Fave era of wrestling? I really loved the era, just as Steve Austin became Stone Cold Steve Austin, leading up to the Attitude Era in '98. So it's like between '96 and '98, you had like the Hart Foundation and DX, like when they were cool and stuff. It was just like when it was on the cusp of wrestling, was on the cusp of becoming popular again. And of course in WCW you had the NWO and Sting turning into the Crow and all that. That was cool. Fave entrance music? I love Break the Walls Down by Chris Jericho's and The Undertaker's. Fave championship belt? Probably the Intercontinental title belt that Mr. Perfect and Bret Hart held, that one. Fave WrestleMania? I'm going to go with, everyone says WrestleMania 17, and yeah, it was a brilliant show and everything, but the one that like holds like stuff for me personally is WrestleMania 10, because it has two of my favourite matches ever, which is Bret Hart vs Owen Hart, fucking amazing, and Shawn Michaels vs Razor Ramon. The rest of the card ranged from bad matches to okay matches, but yeah, that's my favourite WrestleMania 10, and plus it was in Madison Square Garden, so great atmosphere. Favourite wrestling YouTuber? Again, this is like a kind of flip up. I think Mark R. Pearson is very entertaining and like very knowledgeable at the same time, but I also like John Cheese because he's very entertaining and like knows some stuff and is just like very charismatic in general. And I also like Calvin 8 Hobbs because he makes like full-on statements with artistic content in it. Yeah, so there you go. Least favourite wrestling YouTuber? Shit, I really don't know. Of course, Rhino be good, like an arrogant fucker, And of course there's like RVD, Tito for life, but I'm actually quite entertained by their videos no matter what they have to say. I don't know, Monoxide pisses me off just because he's a whiny little fucker, even though he's like a knowledgeable guy. And people like Isbazar as well, he annoys me as well, even though they make good vids and that. They're probably not my favourites, and I'm quite baffled as to why I'm subscribed to them sometimes. Greatest moment in wrestling? There's loads of fucking great moments, so I'm going to go for one that probably may well not have been as said, and that would be like the I Quit match at WrestleMania 13 between Bret Hart and Stone Cold. Just the image of a bloody Stone Cold passing out, and the instant switch of him becoming a face in that match and Bret Hart becoming a heel was fucking unbelievable for me at the time. I fucking loved that. And of course, why do you watch wrestling? Why do you love it? Wrestling is something I can fully absorb myself in. There's so many facets of it, being with matches being amazing, to crap, to laughable, and like over the topness, characters, just a pure form of escapism. It's like why people like Star Trek or Star Wars so dramatically and intensely. I have that with wrestling. I mean, if you like stuck me in a room with someone that only knew how to talk about wrestling and music, I'd be a very happy guy, like, because I could rattle on for hours about it. And it's just something that like excites me and nags me, and there's so many facets to it. There's just hell of a lot to it that goes into it. It's more than, I mean, I would say, like, I know a lot of people say it's a soap opera for men or whatever, but I think it's more than that, to be honest, because like these people put a hell of a lot of effort into what they're doing. Like whether like people piss you off or whatever, it's still something you're always going to watch if you're a fan, for definite. I hope I answered those well. I'd like to hear people's views on my answers or whatever. I mean, they'll probably change tomorrow, but this is what I'm thinking right now, and it's a good set of questions, so thank you, WrestleGuru, and thanks for watching. Cheers.